My name is Jim Wilson. I'm the past president of the Teachers Association. And in that sense, I'm coming as the past president. I've got sort of good news and bad news. Let's start off with the bad news. I'd like to pass on my best wishes to Steve Boleyn. And I say this is bad news because he's leaving. And I want to say there's nothing in this for me. The teachers at St. Anthony were very, very happy with you as the principal, were very, very upset when you made the bad move and you came to the board. But nonetheless, I think you should hear that because you did a great job. And I don't say that about many administrators, as you know. Now for the really good news. Tabachnik's leaving. Now that's the really good news. And I can't think of anything better to tell you tonight than this fellow's on his way out. If he decided to leave, he never made a better decision for the English community than his leaving. Why do I say that? Let me just give you 3 reasons why it is a very, very good move. First of all, when he was the chairman here, his attitude towards teachers, he said he was ashamed of teachers. He was embarrassed by teachers. The chairman of the board and the commissioners sat with their plasters over their mouths and said nothing, as usual. But he wasn't finished. Oh, not at all. He also was involved in QESBA, and I noticed down there's something from QESBA, and for God's sake, please do not pass on some sort of congratulations that he did a good job. Because when he was head of QESBA in 2002, there was a law passed by the Parti Québécois, Bill 104, which restricted the rights of English speakers even more than Bill 101. It was passed by the Parti Québécois and supported by the Liberal Party. And what did Tabachnik do for several years? Nothing. And why? Because he was running to be a candidate for the Liberal Party. And he certainly knew that he could not criticize his potential employer. And he groveled in front of the Liberals. Forget working for the English community. He didn't. But
is there a question here?
Yeah, it's a statement. And I'm getting close to it. Believe me, I'm not going to be long. I've only got one other major point to make.
Thank you.
So he left because he could not get a job, except with Amoresco. Miraculously, he got a job at Amoresco. Great fanfare. He left, and what did he do? Well, I don't know what he did, but guess what? About a year or so later, Amoresco got this wonderful contract. And who did they get it with? The school board. No competition. What was Tabachnik's role in that? I'm not sure. Ethics, maybe? Let's not talk about ethics with this board. So I would say to you, Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the past teachers of the Pearson board and maybe of some president, it reminds me of something that was said by another president. Because in that hallway, there's a picture. And what I would say to you, when it deals with Tabachnik, Mr. Chairman, tear down his portrait. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chris Eustace. First of all, I want to say I'm very, very glad that you're not holding up any cards limiting the time, 30 seconds and 1 minute. Mr. Burke.
Although you do have 3 minutes, and if I could say something, not to you,
does the 3 minutes start now, or
it starts after I finish speaking? So you'll still have your 3 minutes. I just want to set the precedent. I got a little caught by surprise by Mr. Wilson. It's not a forum for long statements. It's a question period to council. Short statements are advisable, but and I keep personalities out of it if you could.
I'm sorry, then may I ask the question? Do you, as a board, Mr. Chairman, intend to take down the portrait?
We don't know.
That's the question.
Mr. Eustace.
Thank you for interrupting me, Mr. Burke. Mr. Burke, I've got to keep reminding this board and yourself a couple of times. Question period is for 2 things: to ask questions and make comments.